Yeah, this comes across as more of like a press junket, our set. But
It's like when
I
they
don't know what we can
interview.
do.
It's like when they interview actors about
Yeah,
something.
which I like. And then because the idea is like once we get our movies made and things like that, we can just shoot our own press down here for our own like promotional
The
material.
camera's on, right?
Yeah, it's all recording.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. I mean, I like the set. The render row signs in the corner here. We're discussing like the ways to change the set. The render row signs in the corner, which in hindsight we would have put it on that wall in front of Cameron's setup. We would have made this corner
What do you
more
mean on that wall?
that wall where Cameron's computer will be, and this would be more of a corner set, and we would have had the chairs like this, and this sign right in the back. What else could we add though?
I still think a little island type thing right here, and then a plant.
I mean, we could do that. I feel like that's basic though.
What else is there?
Do you want to add like a bookshelf? Like, what do we?
Plant's not basic. A bookshelf's not basic.
We could add like some shelves on the wall here and put these little things on it.
What?
I don't know, but like you see how there's this, we could add to
This is
it.
where like interior decorators actually serve a purpose.
Or set designers.
Yeah.
No, I could if we had more space. If it was a more separated space, then I would know what to do with it. Because we're sharing such a small space with a render row, like that's why.
Seems like you just want to get rid of the render row sign.
No, I love that, but it's just like it's in our spot really. Ideally this sign would have been in the corner and we would have been facing that way, but it works. I mean,
what about?
And we have these curtains which you could shoot on too, but it's really dark in here, and I don't know what to do.
Put shelves like
this. Almost looks like an exit sign, the on air.
Yeah, but it's cool.
But it's cool, at least for now. Do people put shelves where? What do you mean?
I was thinking like corner shelves, but this is.
I was thinking that
the
too.
Foam is there, like those corner ones that stack in the.
Yeah, well, like Theo Von's podcast has like
that's the guy with the mullet, right?
Yeah, the hillbilly guy.
Yeah.
With shit. This is the problems of having a podcast. Is like how do you design your podcast? He's got a nice set, but his set looks like it looks almost like a little office. It's like he's got a corner thing. He's got books on it. He's got a little sign behind it. We got the sign now.
Is it like a close up though, like with him, his headphones on?
It's kind of like that
kind of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like a 2-camera like headphones. It's almost like a therapy session. Like that's how a lot of these guys do it. Because ours is more film oriented. We were going for like a press junket.
Yeah.
But so camera can film his content straight on that wall. That looks good. We can film straight like this, but I like.
We're all doing like the same stuff.
Yeah.
They're combined. The screen searcher and
well, one's the podcast and one is more animation. It's fine to have it up there, but I just like the walls. Like it takes away, I guess. Vice versa. So it would have been better to put on a separate wall.
Right,
but
what's more? Maybe if people have any
suggestions,
viewers have suggestions.
If we have suggestions, I think we should take them because we desperately need an interior
designer. You guys know
designer.
what we should put up here because we need some interior decorating.
Yeah.
Advice.
We got some topics to talk about though today. What's on the board here? Oh, Venmo requesting. Okay, here's the thing. Have you heard of this topic? What?
No, I'm just saying. You go first. I have a funny story.
No, tell me your story first.
Well, Venmo. I used to go on Venmo, and I would change my profile picture to a girl, and with like a selfie going like this, and then always like a hot girl, and then I would go just type in random names, and I would scroll through and request like $2 from like 1,000 people.
That's a great strategy. Did it work?
Yeah, it worked. I mean, it only worked for one person. But
how much did you request from him?
Just $2.
You should up it and request for 50 because that guy probably would send $2. He probably sent 50.
Probably, yeah. And I just said like, hey, like I was like, hey, cutie, send me $2 and I'll give you a surprise.
Is that a scam or is that?
I mean, no. I honestly, he got what he paid for.
You got what he paid for. You didn't promise anything. Oh, you did promise.
I sent him a titty pic.
Oh, you promised a titty pic. Okay, that's weird.
Well,
that's where cross the line.
No, it was fair because he paid and he got what he paid for.
Damn, Harrison, that's an interesting hustle.
It worked.
Wow. Did you keep trying it? I mean,
eventually I gave up because it only worked for like every 100 people that I contacted, one would pay.
You could do numbers if you bumped it up to like if you got a bunch of kids like to
an entire business
of
scamming
requesting dudes,
horny dudes.
Well, I feel like that's like the whole
send feet pics,
OnlyFans kind of model, which
it's good for money.
Not to go down that rabbit hole,
society.
But I found out today that like, dude, Charlie Sheen's daughter and his ex-wife both have OnlyFans. That's weird for so many reasons. But first off, it's like that's just a cop out. Like you can monetize on your likeness and your image in any way.
That's good for like the average no-name hot
even
girl,
then it's a cop out. It's like there's better ways to make money.
I think
maybe not quicker ways, but there's better ways
they can do it, but at the same time
But Charlie Sheen's daughter, like, I'm like, come on, like,
you've already got connections.
Yeah,
you
like,
can
what
be,
do
you
you
can
do?
be a Hollywood actress. You don't need to be.
You just want to be. You just want to do that.
You don't need to be a freak on the internet.
Yeah, no, that's a choice. It's a very clear choice, and anyone who does it, it's a choice. I don't think it's ever out of desperation. Well, I'm sure it is, but there's other options.
It's
Anyways,
kind of like the modern day, like a girl
prostitution
doesn't need to be a hooker anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Be an internet hooker.
It is the oldest
profession
in the world. But we went too far down that rabbit hole. But yeah, Venmo requesting. So my point was being
where are you going with Venmo?
Okay, so I see on TikTok a lot of these people, they go and they talk about it's weird, right? So they say some girl comes up on my TikTok page and she's like, yeah, you want to know the thing about these people who are, you'll go out with your friends who have like rich parents or wealthy parents. They don't pay for anything. It's like college students. But then the minute that they cover you for something, they request a Venmo. And they're saying, and then the girl's like, oh, they're grifters. They're grifting from you. Their parents pay for them everything they do anyways. But like, okay, so why would you feel entitled to not pay them back because they're rich kids?
Okay, she sounds like a retard.
She sounds like a retard is what I think.
She thinks she's calling them grifters.
I know.
For treating you for dinner.
She's calling them grifters because they expect her to pay them.
You're the grifter. Then.
You're the one who's looking for
you're looking for a free
shit
meal
because
they're rich.
They're rich. Like you have it ass backwards. And I was shocked by the amount of.
She thinks that since your parents are wealthy, I shouldn't have to pay you back for anything. That's just fucked up.
And I was shocked by the people in the comments section who were agreeing with her.
Wow.
They were like, yeah, they always do this. It's the worst. It's always the ones who have money. It's like,
oh, how dare they request me to pay them what I owe them? God, like
they're not poor because they don't request people on Venmo. If they're probably doing something like your strategy there with the requesting $1,000.
I did too.
For random people.
But if you did, if you did like enough people, you'd probably find somebody who would do it.
It'd be better to send it out to like 1,000 dudes at once, requesting a higher amount of money, because then you get one dude who will send it. Well, but actually, that's just like love scamming. That's like an actual scam, Harrison.
Honestly, it's not even a scam because I googled a picture of a girl and I sent it to him. That's
wow. Okay. It's a textbook African scam. It's not a.
What do you mean African?
Like the guys in Africa who scam. Like the guys in Africa who send like they're the prince or they're like they.
Oh, when they're like, you're the prince. The prince of Nigeria requests.
Like the woman
wants to give you $5 million.
Like the woman in some woman was just convinced she was talking to Brad Pitt for a year, and she sent him over $800,000. That's sad.
That's sad.
But it's horrible. But she kind of deserved it because she broke up with her husband.
Okay, well, so, why would Brad Pitt, who's worth $500 million, request any money from you?
Delusion. Also, I mean, but yeah, the Venmo requesting thing,
it sounds like.
I think that, like, you're not entitled to other people's money just because they're rich, obviously.
No,
but, like,
of course not.
Why would you get on in TikTok and start yapping about how
this girl showed her face and everything?
Yeah.
So she truly believes she's right.
She actually believes that, like, she doesn't have to pay her friends back because their parents pay for them.
She's a fucking moron, it sounds like.
I thought that was really weird and worth talking about.
Wow. Just because they're rich means that anything that they buy for you, you're not entitled to pay them back for. How does that sit well? How do you sit well with that? Like,
makes no sense at all.
Sounds like a nut.
But when you're Venmoing, so like if you go out,
they're rich, so I'm entitled. I'm entitled to free dinners from you.
You know, actually, you're the worst person to talk about this to because you owe me $75 that you still haven't paid back. You do owe me money. You're refusing it.
No, let's ask the internet. So if somebody who owed you several $100s worth of now you don't want to go into it.
Whatever, we're done.
If somebody owed you several $100s worth of drinks from bars and stuff, and then all of a sudden they pay you, they give you $75. Do I owe them any money? No, they just owe me less.
Let me talk about the situation surrounding it.
That was it.
More context. No. I had only offered because I knew that I owed you money, and I was like, I'm not getting stiffed here like I stiffed you. You need to promise me right now that you're gonna pay this money back because we were out for our dad's birthday. And he said, yeah, I'll pay you back. I said, okay, then I got you covered tonight because he didn't bring cash to dinner. So I said, I'll cover you, but you Venmo me money. I covered him, and I was very cautious to get a yes, I'll do it from him. And then he remembered that I owed him money, and he then didn't give me the money. So I think that's a foul, low move on your part.
No, when you owe me over, say, $200 plus years and years worth of...
All right, it's not that. Actually, it's not that much.
I did the Venmo.
It's not, okay, but still.
It was like $40 for drinks like 5 weeks.
Yeah, but you weren't supposed to catch on to that. You were supposed to just give it to me. No, but do you think that... All right, I'm at a point where like...
Quinn,
do you Venmo request people, though? Or do you, like...
I haven't done that in years. I did that thing for like an hour.
No. I'm saying, do you Venmo, like, if you go out with your friends and, like, they cover your McDonald's, do you Venmo? I know you personally do Venmo request. What do you think, though, if you were to... I don't. I have no problem covering friends every now and then. Like I get you got me. I don't like to be cheap about it.
We usually split the check.
Or split the check, yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, a lot of times what my friends will do, one of them has a card with them. They pay for everything, and then I'll Venmo them.
Yeah, or they just
And
pay the next
they
time.
don't need to request though, because like I'm not about to have them out $100.
Oh yeah, yeah.
When we're each of us have to Venmo say
Oh,
15.
Yeah,
So
if it's a lot of money like that, then it's always important. Like I always make sure to pay
everyone
my bills.
pays basically immediately on their phone, and one person puts their card out.
No, what I'm saying
It's
for like
fair.
for small purchases, would you be a haggler about like, oh, Venmo me, or is it like, don't worry, I'll get you next time.
Oh no, for small things I don't care. I
I'm
mean,
a don't worry, I'll
me
get
and
you next
one of
time.
my coworkers, I asked him one time to pick me up a Monster, and then instead of that, I'm like, okay, how much do I owe you? He's like, oh, just get me next time, and then I
Yeah.
get him a Monster next time.
Yeah, that's how I think. That's how
I
I
don't need
kind
a
of go
nickel and
about it.
dime it. Just buy each other, do a favor when you can.
It's not like a big purchase. Yeah, that's my opinion on that. That's kind of what I wanted to. That's the answer I was looking to get out of you. Did we
Where
already
does that say in the book? Does that say menacing to?
Oh, no.
Your
It says,
handwriting is shit.
that
Quinn.
says men crying in front of their girlfriends. Is that a topic? I mean, I feel like that's not a controversial topic at all. But I have friends
I
who
don't
like.
think any dude wants to cry in front of their girlfriend.
I don't know. Some dudes might. Maybe they're emotional
If
type
they
guy.
did, that's
Well, no,
one
they
thing,
don't. Here's the
but
thing.
it's not like they want to.
Let me. For 2020, we went in a bit of a rabbit hole where like it was cool to cry in front of your girlfriend and shit like that.
When did this happen?
When there was this whole like, oh, men can be emotional, and I'll tell you right now, no matter what anyone tells you, of course you can get overwhelmed with emotion, and it can happen. But don't cry in front of your girlfriend because like that just is lame. You will look like we know people who have like stories of this when they've explained it to me like one of my friends, he explained it to me like he thought
he cried to the police.
He so shamelessly told me about how he cried in front of his girlfriend, and I was like, ah, damn, dude, did you really? And he's like, yeah. And you know what she said? And she was like a girl who kind of was like very what's the word?
Judgmental?
Non-judgmental. Like
non-judgmental.
Men can cry in front of their girlfriends, men can do this, men can be soft. And she told him to what'd she say?
She said make better decisions.
She had make better decisions. So even for her, it was a
yeah. I mean, I don't think. Look, most people, I'd say, don't think. I just love it when a man cries.
Yeah. But there's
there's one girl I know that actually.
But that's what I'm saying. There's people like
there's
that.
There's some people who are super into it. They're like,
no. They say they are, but they're not. Nobody could be into that. That's weird.
I just think, I don't know. It's not something I would think about. Like
crying at like if a family member dies, not cool. Crying if
not cool.
Crying if a dog dies, not cool. What could you cry over? I don't really know. It's just best not to do it, honestly.
Yeah, just bottle up all your emotions inside and just bury them.
Bury them.
Bury them.
Bury them. Take it out in the gym. Or I mean, I feel like you shouldn't really have the emotion to cry. Like I feel like depending on the situation.
Period.
I don't know. I don't think I do. I definitely am not as emotionally developed as most people. I'm kidding. I am not. I'm not that deep though with like emotions like that. Well, I don't know. It's weird. It's like I'm definitely not like the warmest person in that sense. Like I don't give off super friendly vibes. Not that I'm not friendly or not that I'm not warm, but I'm just kind of I don't trust people who are too nice and too friendly off the bat anyways. So I try to not be that. I'm also super what's the word? I keep forgetting the words.
You're trying to say like you're
cynical. I'm very cynical of people initially. So no matter what the situation is.
This topic got. We should go to something else.
Okay, you can.
You think? Wedding. Venmo requesting.
Venmo requesting. Well, have we ever talked about wedding speeches on here? We did.
Wedding speeches? No, we never did.
Oh, we didn't. How like every time I've gone to a wedding and we've been to a wedding, the bride, the groom, or not the bride and the groom,
whoever makes the speech makes a fool out of them.
They make a fool out of themselves, and they like embarrass
more so themselves.
The other people. I saw on TikTok a video of this groomsman or this guy who was the wedding
groomsman
guy in the middle, not a priest, but he was like the friend. He was
best man.
No, he was the guy who was marrying them.
That's the priest.
But he wasn't a priest.
The pastor, whatever.
Not a pastor. He was
boat
like the
captain, anything.
Whatever, like, the love doctor, right? He's in the middle. He's marrying them, and he was talking, and he was like, "Yes, and you look beautiful today." Talking to the group bride and his buddy who's getting married. He goes, "And you look okay." So he turned to his friend and goes, "And you don't look too bad either." I think it's
kind of like he was trying to trying to crack a joke, but at the same time he's a little bit butthurt.
It's like you're a dick.
Yeah.
You're a dick. Why don't you just like, I'm all for comedy, but like time and place, like I don't actually think a wedding of all places. I don't think a wedding's a place you should try to be funny. Like everybody stands up there, they're like, I'm gonna make my comedy debut at my brother's wedding,
Yeah.
and then they say this raunchy, weird fucking shit.
They make like they just say some totally just out of the box,
Out of the box
just
shit.
nonsense.
And I was like, if someone
Shit.
said that to me at a special occasion in my life, I'd be like, fuck you, you're a dick. I don't think it's time
we had
for
like
it.
our family weddings. Somebody would go up and say like, "Oh, they didn't always look this good," or
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
all
shit
right,
like that.
wow,
Like,
you know, you're really trying to knock them down on their big day.
I don't know if I don't know if they're. I'm sure they come from a good. Maybe they don't come from a good place.
I don't
Maybe
know.
they're like actually like frenemies. Either way, it comes across really fucked up. To like, just don't make jokes at a wedding unless they're really
Unless they're
tasteful
good,
and
unless
they're
you're
really
actually,
good.
unless you're actually funny.
If you're actually
Yeah.
funny, then they could work. You know.
Yeah. Unless you're actually funny, don't. I could read your freaking handwriting.
The other one says Kevin Spacey.
But nothing new happened with Kevin Spacey.
No, but I did you see the documentary?
He just raped people, right?
He didn't rape. Well, there's a
Or
documentary
was he
on
accused of
HBO.
rape? I don't know.
It's called like Finding Spacey or like
Finding Spacey. It just sounds so weird.
My Little Spacey. Um,
Like My Little Pony.
but the whole documentary was about how he didn't rape anyone. He just kind of, first off, he did do weird shit at
He just
work.
groped some people,
Like he'd be
right?
walking up and like touching them inappropriately at work, like grabbing their ass, like poking their dick at work, which is weird. It's weird. Is it illegal? It might also be illegal, but but a bunch of dudes came on there and they were like, yeah, so I ended up like going out with him on 3 dates because I thought that it would get me an acting job. He's like, okay, you're just a hoe. You're just.
Well, you're just that. Then
He's like,
why would anyone feel bad for
He's
you?
like, I'm a straight dude, but I thought if I gave him sexual favors, that I'd get a role in his movie. And he like pretty much outs himself as just being a, what do you even call that? An opportunist, a gold digger,
Opportunistic whore. Like,
who's a guy who
I
he outed himself as gay, a horrible person, and
No one's gonna feel bad for you.
then tried to tank Kevin Spacey's career because he thought he'd get like, why would Kevin Spacey give you a job? Like it was very clearly he's just a gay dude who likes you, and he's trying to get with you. He's like, yeah, he came up to me at a wedding at this premiere, and he was like, who are you?
He's pretty much just.
He's just a gay dude being a
He's
gay dude.
guy being a gay.
The same way a
He's just
straight dude would
being
be a
gay.
straight dude. Like if you didn't,
And the
you
person,
couldn't tell that?
was the person who went on the date with him expecting some kind of sympathy or something?
Yeah,
Because,
it's way more vulgar, but I don't want to say like how vulgar it was on the podcast.
They're like,
You gotta watch it.
Poor me. It's like, oh, I just, I only wanted to pretend date him so I could get a role in his movie.
Yeah, they were like, I've made it. It's like, first off, meeting one singular person in entertainment for the most part is not gonna like make your career. It could, but like generally, especially today's day and age, like you gotta do it yourself. Like if you like, it was just so obvious the way this guy described the situation that he was just being hit on.
Yeah, I mean,
He saw through that.
They could.
I don't feel bad for
possibly, but it's like I don't feel bad for you because you're trying to just swindling. You're trying to swindle him.
He tried to, yeah, and it didn't work.
Yeah,
So
so
now
you
he
can't
can't-
get on TV and be like, oh, the horrible things he did to me.
I'm
because
not gay, but I thought I was gonna get a job out of it.
yeah, like all right, so
So he made himself look pretty stupid.
you didn't really.
And now you're never going to get a job in Hollywood because you're known as the guy who, when he gets sexually assaulted, he goes and tells on you. No one wants to hire that guy. No producers want to work with that guy. And yeah, nobody wants drama on their sets. But I'm just, I remember watching that and just being like, that is like
Kevin
you're
Spacey,
not.
though, he was good. I mean, I liked his
I don't
movies.
feel like Kevin Spacey's like this evil. Maybe he's
No.
not the best guy. I don't really fucking know.
I don't think he's a. People are trying to say, oh, he's a horrible
But he's not Harvey Weinstein. I know that.
person. He's not. He's just a gay dude.
He's a gay dude. He might be a dickhead. I don't know, but he's
Maybe
not
he's
Harvey
a dick
Weinstein.
or-
Harvey
Yeah.
Weinstein like violently raped people, and hundreds of them too. That's a whole nother topic, though. Think about that, though. If your boss was like Harvey Weinstein, and you were like having this career that like you worked so hard for, and you were finally having it happen, would you turn a blind eye? Everybody says no, but obviously most people would do exactly that because that's why it exists.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Turn a blind eye or turn him in.
Yeah,
Turn him in anonymously, if possible. I don't know.
he's gonna fire. I mean, you would tank your whole career if you did that. It's like tricky. It's like if you actually put yourself in a
kill
position.
anybody?
No, but he was like a predator. He was like the worst. You know what he did, right?
Yeah.
Like
But I'm saying, would it tank your career 100%?
Yeah.
I don't know. Would you?
There was a way that I'd go about this that I. Oh,
So
here's what I would do.
anonymously.
Here's
And
what I would do.
somehow frame him, get him caught without him knowing that it was you.
No, exactly. What I would do is I'd pretty much
Have
inform
something leak.
I'd pretty
I
much
don't know.
inform everybody around him who's in danger, like you need to get away from this guy.
Be like, he's gonna rape you. He's
I,
gonna rape
I
you.
would pretty much do that because I don't know that I would I'd find a way to sneakily do my part
A way to do it without getting caught, essentially.
because it's tricky. I mean, everybody wants to sit around and say, "Oh yeah, I would have turned him in right off the bat," but like, would you? Apparently not.
I would make sure my career is not at risk.
Well, I would put people's well-beings and health over my career in that moment. I think I'd like to think, but I would definitely let people know what's going on. I wouldn't be quiet
I'm
about
sure
that.
I could do it in a way that doesn't throw me under the bus.
Actually, you know what?
It can't be that hard.
To be
and you're
fair-
not the only one who knows.
To be fair, I think I'd be like, I would stand up to him. Actually, I think because when you do that to people like that, they tend to cower. If you're a guy, you have all the position. I'm thinking of this from a wrong angle.
A girl.
If I was
yeah.
a girl, I'd probably be scared. If I'm a guy, though, I have all the power in the world in that situation, so I would probably do the right thing. I would think about it for 5 minutes, and then I would realize, he's not going to rape me. Not going to rape me.
Know that.
And
Kevin Spacey.
or I'd get dirt on him. I'd get dirt on him first.
His entire existence is dirt on him.
I know, but I'd get fiscal proof. But it's like crazy. Like he hired a Mossad agent to go after one of the people.
What?
A Mossad agent?
The fuck is that?
An Israeli like CIA agent
What?
to go after one of his accusers. So
Oh, wow.
he's crazy, and he's powerful, and you turning me. That's why he got away with it for so long, though. But I guess
Well, you
yes, I
just
give kudos to the
gotta.
people who came out.
You just gotta like somehow. I don't know, like get him caught accidentally.
But there's a story of Brad Pitt, how Brad Pitt stood up for Gwyneth Paltrow. So I think if you're a guy with power like Brad Pitt, you could
True.
absolutely and should absolutely do it. But I don't exactly know
Who was trying to rape Gwyneth Paltrow?
Harvey Weinstein, obviously. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know she was in that.
Yeah, no, everybody was Harrison. It's like he was
Wow.
everybody from the '90s has encountered. I know people who've encountered him, and it's a very real thing. The guy's a fucking weirdo. But I don't know. Maybe this isn't something we should put in the podcast.
I don't know. I mean, it's not the most upbeat, fun
Not the most
topic.
upbeat. It's also like doesn't make us look good. Okay.
No.
Maybe we'll
Change the topic away from rape.
why the fuck we did it again?
Will we get to rape?
We ended up on rape
We always end up on rape.
every fucking time.
How long have we been recording?
Oh, half of it's on rape. 22 minutes.
Half of it's rape.
Do you have any funny stories? Anything that's happened in like the past couple weeks?
No. At least nothing I could say on here.
What is it though?
Actually, still nothing.
Oh. So about 20 minutes ago,
Oh, well, that.
I lit off a firework in my basement in my house. And the one day that my dad decides to come home early is the day that I do this. So he smelt the smoke in the house. And at first I tried telling him I burnt eggs. He's like, open the windows, spray the Febreze. We sprayed the Febreze. And then ultimately he went to the basement and he said, it's paper and it smells down here. And he started freaking out. He's like, you need to let me know what's going on right now because he thought the house was burning down. I was like, I don't know. I was doing a fire drill and went too far. You don't use fucking fire in a fire drill. I was like, well, I wanted to be accurate. I wanted to be realistic, so I did use
How
fire.
was I supposed to know? It's in the name.
Yeah, I don't know that. I'm learning this just as you are. And and then I got called an idiot. And I think it's okay now, but I'm kind of hiding. And I'm going to get out of here once this is over. Because I did post on Instagram a video of me lighting a fire in my house
Yeah, we should.
and popping a firework. And I know
show that to them.
No, don't. Oh yeah, we'll show the camera. And as soon as my brother gets home, he's gonna show my parents. I know it, so I don't want to be home for that. Take a look.
Go closer.
So
Shouldn't we just like put it up on the screen, like on the monitor
we could do that.
instead?
Yeah, we
Still
might do that.
send me that. I want to see that.
But this is also for the archival stuff. So in 10 years, when people watch this back, to be like, wow, look at how far they've come.
Yeah, from setting bombs in the basement to where we are now.
But Yeah, I mean, I kind of just had this intrusive thought, let me blow up a firework in the house, and I was so tempted to do it. I've been tempted for weeks to take that thing and fucking spark it up at dinner time, but I finally did it when no one was home.
Yeah, my firework, by
Our
the
dad
way,
still
but
doesn't really know what happened, and I'm not trying to have him find out while I'm home at least. So ideally, I'll go out. I'll be back tomorrow morning. I'll sleep in, and then come 12 o'clock, it'll kind of be forgotten about. But nothing was damaged, so I think that I'll be okay.
I want to go buy another one.
Where'd you get it? 7-Eleven?
7-Eleven. It was
Yeah.
during 4th of July. I
I
just
don't
never
know if they
used
have
it.
them anymore.